what little light you have, shoving back the darkness via the dull orb that Caleb is carrying in the center, the heart of your traveling troop, you leave that first winding cavern and begin to continue down the burrowed hallway created by the swarm. Stretches on for a mile, 2 miles, 5 miles.
Well, I mean, you know that thing where you've gone so far, we can't turn around, can we? Feels like it would be a waste of a day. Got to keep going.
Absolutely.
Continuing on for the next 5 to 6 hours, still following this tunnel. Starting to get a little tired.
On we go.
Yep.
A few more miles of winding tunnel continue before you, and it's a very trying, monotonous experience where it's just lengths of time and travel, where there's no real change in topography. Slight variations as it winds, kind of in this natural shifting with the physicality of the creature that burrowed it. But it's just this cylindrical of stone and earth for hours and hours until you catch the next first glimpse of another chamber opening before you. As you kind of get a little closer, you can begin to see the interior of the chamber near where it opens up inside. And the air here is already pretty chilly here beneath the surface. The air has more moisture to it than the tunnel you've been traveling through. You can smell a bit of that heavy mineral subterranean water scent. You listen in for a second and you can hear what sounds like the subtle dripping of condensation, probably from the ceiling, which means there's probably a nearby water source somewhere in the vicinity. But there is a chamber that opens up ahead of you.
Hey, there's a chamber ahead of us.
Oh my god.
It sounds wet, not.
No!
I know. I know. I didn't think we'd have to deal with the water issue down here.
Well, you said it just sounds wet?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
There could be an underground river, I don't know.
Or it could just be wet.
Or, yeah, it could be that. Or it could be like a water monster.
Or Ford could just be dicking around with
Oh, maybe that's all I'm
his
hearing.
cheek trick.
Can we approach it? I'm going to cast...
Continuing down the familiar, monotonous carved tunnel, you move on for the remainder of the day before getting to a point where you're starting to get a little tired. And you figure either a rest, you can continue to push on if you want to, but you'll begin to push into possible exhaustion territory. But you've now hit what would be a full day's worth of travel, and this burrowed tunnel continues on. You've found one chamber and then passed it, so at least you know there's probably more to come in the level you are currently traveling in, but this day's travel after that last encounter, you have not found another chamber.
Well, we only have about another 2 weeks of walking before we get to your house.
Yeah, no joke.
Unless you make us like a wagon with paint and also horses.
And pavement.
And pavement.
Mm-hmm.
What about bicycles? You could paint 8 bicycles.
Nobody knows what that is.
It's a weird dream I have.
This day is the hardest so far because it is an entire 8+ hours of just winding tunnel. Once again, that continuous pace. It seems to dip at times, then it picks up. It has its own kind of organic shifting to it in small bits, but it is just a day of travel of that same 10-foot wide continuous tunnel, and it is
66
maddening.
bottles of beer on the wall, 66 bottles of beer.
Take one down, pass it around. 65 bottles of beer on the wall.
21 bottles of beer on the wall.
Also, all throughout the day, once an hour, Caleb says, "It's 2 o'clock."
Shut up.
Hour goes by.
Perfect.
It's 3 o'clock.
No.
You know, if you're gonna do those, maybe put some chimes behind it so you can be like a bell tower.
Thaumaturgy every time it says it to make the bing bong noise.
An hour later, ding dong, ding dong.
No.
It's 4 o'clock.
Hey guys. Just saying. if we're gonna be underground in a blank, boring shithole tunnel for a whole nother day, I still have some of these mushrooms left over from Molly Mock.
It would pass the time.
I just don't make it fun.
Wow, really? Now?
I'm real bored.
It's super dark. Lives could be in jeopardy at any moment, and you want a trip?
Yeah, it's true. If those like cone head thingies come out again, I don't want any of you not being aware of what's happening.
I'm just so bored.
Yeah.
You're bored?
No.
Yeah.
Really? Look at this. And Frumpkin gets up onto hind legs and does a little.
Oh, Bob,
And then
you know what
loses
we could
his
do? Here, take this. I'm gonna give her the smutty book that you gave me just recently. Wait! Read it out loud.
Okay.
Why do you do these things?
Now we can all have
Why are you like
entertainment
this?
while we're walking.
It's like listening to a podcast when you drive to work.
And it already starts good, you guys.
Support for this book.
It was a glistening night.
Oh, crap.
Glistening
No.
night.
Oh.
The snow fell on the winding paths.
Oh, just like the path we're on.
It was chilly. She could feel her nipples getting hard. It starts so soon! It starts so soon!
I mean, it really, normally it doesn't take, but
I just got right into Constitution saving throw.
That's this is just an overall penalty to stealth.
Is there anything on the ceiling as I awkwardly stare up at it?
She felt the warmth of the fire. She could feel his warm touch.
shut up. It was good. I was really, I'm
Grasping
paying
around.
attention to.
Around what? Around her waist? Around her
17.
buttocks? What?
As his strong, burly,
you're
hairy
enthralled.
arms wrapped around his waist. She could feel her breath leaving her bodice. This is so good, Chester.
I know. Thank you,
Travis.
Caleb.
Yes.
I'm gonna, while I'm listening to Bo, I'm gonna just sort of fold my arms so no one can see the shape of my nipples right now.
All right.
You know, you are a very good reader. You give it a lot of character.
Thanks. As she reached down.
Man, I hate to interrupt. You know, we have some divergent pathways ahead. Not, I have to say, I've been feeling pretty bad hearing that you drowned previously. I want to apologize for making you face your fear over and over again. No, I've been giving you some shit, and as someone who has experienced the same thing, I commend you for your bravery.
Experienced the same thing? You've drowned?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
that's cool. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Well, you didn't know. How would you have known?
No, but thank you all the same.
You took a lot of courage to go in. I was not very helpful in that regard either. And you did not tell us what was going on. Why would you? And you still went in for a long time, so sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm sorry that I wasn't more helpful in that earlier fight when I sort of panicked and didn't go in the water. But you know, it's not so bad if you're down in the water with your friends.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
Fuck you. Your
should
people
chuckle.
did this.